Alright, I'm going to make a video here about an hour before close, possibly give you some ideas because I know tomorrow is a big day for everyone in the market, and we have the CPI print tomorrow and should be a big swing either way, and I wanted to make everyone aware. Obviously this isn't definite, but I am highly favoring calls right now. But with that being said, I do have some puts too that are farther out because I think they'll still be profitable after we make new highs. And that's kind of my thesis right now. Let's go over the chart now. So obviously we have AB, and we've been on this move higher since July 14th, which was the top in the dollar. So coincidence there. And we have 1, 2, and I'm really using these parallel lines right now. They're really helping me out because at the very top of this, it gets kind of confusing with all this chop. And so you really need to use the parallel lines to show you where you're at in the chart. As you can see, we got outside the parallel lines right here, so I'm considering that the end of the third wave. If I break it down into smaller time frame, it comes out as a 5-wave move. So we have 1, 2, 3. And then right here is kind of confusing, but I have this as the 4th wave right here. It pulls back to about the 0.23 fib. And then if we zoom in a little bit more, let's go to the 30-minute time frame. This was a 5-wave move. I'm counting that as 1. Could consider that a 5th wave, and I'm not currently considering that a 5th wave though, because I'm using the dollar going lower as my guide, and if it's going to be going lower, I think that we're going to be going higher. So I'm using that as a 1st wave, and as you can see, these right here, none of these are impulsive at all. These are all ABC moves. This one might be impulsive, but it actually looks like some kind of like double 3 pattern, which I don't want to go into lower time frames and look at. Here's where I really makes me confident. I have this labeled as a 4th wave, but on the parallel lines, going back to the parallel lines, if we go to the very top of the 3rd wave and we clone it right here, you can see, I didn't draw it far enough, but you can see that we just broke outside of that for what could also be considered the 4th wave. The only problem with that is this move right here goes way past the very beginning, and I would consider it a expanded flat, but the problem is it went all the way past the 1.61 fib, and so that's not technically a expanded flat. And so the thing that makes the most sense is what I have labeled here, 4th wave, but then again, the parallel lines out here and we just broke outside of it. So regardless if this is wrong or right, because it's kind of hard to label right now and it's kind of guesswork at the moment, I still am very confident in the parallel lines that we will see one more move higher in accordance with the dollar. And so we'll consider this a 1st wave, and then A, B, C 2nd wave, as long as we don't fall below 407.96. And my next target would be is 420, and then ultimately at least 420 we're going to get to. I know I said 430 in the video yesterday, but if I was going to have a target right now, I would use the fibs again and take it with down here to this bottom right here, and then go to the 50% retracement, which is 429 all the way to about 433. So next move, I'm looking for about 420 minimum for a 3rd wave, and then we'll see how it goes from there. The fibs are showing at least 429, but the positive news is we just got outside this parallel line, and so I expect one more move higher. If I'm wrong and we do break below 4796, I have put some hedging with, and I would probably just take the loss on my calls, and then hope for a decent sized downward move. This move right here could potentially just be an A wave of the overall C wave. If we're looking for a down move, we could get A, B a little bit farther down here, but I'm not really being too specific right now, besides the fact that we can't break 407.96, or else I would consider pretty much all of this wrong, and there's probably more downside to come. And then ultimately, obviously, this right here, we want to hold that, but 407.96 is the most important level for me. Otherwise, looking for 420 short term if we get a good, if the CPI rating is bullish. So just wanted to go over that. Parallel lines being very important right here. And then the dollar also looks like it finished a 5-wave move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's doing an ABC correction right here. And the fact that it didn't get all the way back to the bottom of the A wave makes me confident that we will see a next wave down here to somewhere in the low 105s, maybe lower than that, maybe even down to 104. And then ultimately maybe somewhere between 103 and 104. The VIX, let's go to the VIX. I don't put a lot of weight in the VIX right now because it's just ABC pattern after ABC pattern, lower, until we get an actual real spike in it, it's kind of hard to read. My long-term target is like 50. So we are at 2163, and if we put any weight into it, we did get looks like an ABC move right here. And so I would expect some kind of farther move down here into the 20s and maybe even break this low down here at 2077. So just wanted to bring that up, just chopping around all day. This will probably be my video for the end of the day unless we get some kind of crazy move in the last hour, which I'm not expecting. But yeah, I think right now calls are the play. And if you want to hedge with some puts that are a few months out, that might be a good play too. But we should get a big move tomorrow, I would think. So that's the update for the market today. Unless we get something crazy, let's hope for a big move either way in the market tomorrow.